Now, I've talked about the Erewhon mom, Jasmine Tukes, and kind of the cult of this is like the beautiful supermodels who are just marrying well. A lot of them are actually married to tech dudes because like tech dudes have a lot of money, wealthy men like beautiful women that just will always be a thing. And I've said this so many times, but I think in so many instances in the black community, a really huge issue is like the black men don't have very much money, so they're literally not in the social class to even start to have conversations about aesthetics. So when men are online, these like red pill men who are talking about women, they are talking broadly about all women as though women are equal. They're talking about beauty like we're all saying the same thing. And I think that the longer that we are all on the internet, we can just see things as they are. Like you can front as much as you want and try to pretend like Tyla and Ice Spice have the same pretty privilege in the world, and that is just so far from the truth, right? That is like that in and of itself is like a very good differentiating factor of what like more affluent pieces of society globally view as attractive, Tyla, versus what impoverished men of color view as attractive. Ice Spice is the it's a very large difference, but men on the internet will be like women. Anyway, um, so what Megan Kelly was kind of getting at touched on something I think is interesting, where she tried to talk about how Silicon Valley moms specifically care about social justice and climate change, and they're using their very expensive educations to advocate for these causes, and their time would be better spent basically getting a job or starting their own foundations or something. That they need to work to use their brain power because simply being a wife and a mother is not intellectually stimulating enough. That's very real. That's very real. And I will actually make another video that talks about the value of participating in the community and what that means at a very bare minimum level, because there's some parts of that that college won't teach you. But to go back for a second, the thing that I don't agree with, and this is the part where it really frustrates me a lot. If you look at society, especially like I will link, there's this guy I've been watching recently who makes quite a lot of videos that are they're basically like analyzing American society, and I think it's analyzing the middle class of American society. And he does these like compilation videos every day from TikTok, and he's like talking about the things that he sees, right? Now, I think some people, especially here, because like I made this channel specifically for um, black women, African women who kind of want to move to the future with me, and I have a very particular lane, right? So a lot of people try to clump me in with like the whole whatever the hotep black people are talking about, impoverished black people, lower educational black people, to be like, oh, all black women are like this, all the like they're trying to make these comparisons and clusters in groups that like I don't fit into, like we probably like don't fit into, but they don't have any, they have no other world models where to put us. But let's go back for a second to what Megan Kelly said. If you were to take, oh, sorry, my flash just went off. Let me turn it back on. Hold on. Whatever. If you were to take what she said and believe it at face value, then you wouldn't actually think that these social issues that everyone's talking about are real, because you'd be like, no, everybody's just joking. Except you're here, so I know you know that they're real. Like, we know that they're real. But she doesn't. And they keep talking about these social issues like DEI. And like climate change is real. Like, don't get me wrong. I know it's not like it's a big issue, but it's not like the biggest issue. Like there's a lot of other social issues, especially in America, and especially I think so many of the social issues you could understand simply by interacting with the Black American community, because the Black American community specifically, over time, has been hit with every social issue. Now, the only thing that has changed right now currently in America is because like this sort of like racial caste veil has lifted and so many more communities have come in. Now other people, including poor white people, are experiencing issues that were exclusively experienced by Black Americans, and they're experiencing these for the first time. So that's why so many Black Americans are having these conversations where it's like, yeah, don't come to us. Please don't ask us why we're not struggling like you're struggling. Like Black Americans have been dealing with this for a very long time. Like y'all are new here. So some of the social justice moms, like these like tech wives or something, they are literally trying to like solve some of the social issues that are present, but they don't understand what the social issues are. And then there's a lot of like, you see all the things going on in the Somali community, so it's clear there are also like scammers involved, and like a lot of the stuff that the BLM organization did, it's a scam. But that doesn't mean that the social issues impacting the Black community in America as a whole are not real. If you've taken any African American history course or just understand anything about American history in general, you'll know that that's not the case. So that's why some of these problems are difficult to solve. I don't think that the problems will ever be solved, which is why like my solution is to simply leave America. Like, but America will never thrive unless it solves those problems, and really those problems for those people. It's so funny how things come full circle. Like you hear Ilhan Omar right now talking about the 14th Amendment. That like these are clauses that were specifically designed for civil rights for Black Americans. And there are all of these other groups right now, including the Latino community, the Asian community. Remember when they were coming out basically opposing affirmative action. And now after affirmative action is banned, their enrollment numbers in these really exclusive universities have gone down. It's like we're all talking about the same thing, but everyone doesn't understand how it goes full circle, and how if you're going to have a country, the laws of the country have to apply to everyone equally, or you don't have a country. This country was built on 3/5 of a human, and people like lived their lives in this caste system believing that that was true, and they pushed that out globally into a commodity. And this is why I keep going back to the like, in America racism is bigger than capitalism. Other economies, specifically like China, have built uh, super capitalist empires. Like raw earth minerals are real materials, and like Africa really has those. So you can have your feelings about Black people or whatever, but the minerals are in Africa, and anyone with 2 eyes and hands can see that. If you go back to British history, you'll understand everyone knows this. So I'm not saying that the whole world is based on, Black people in Africa. I'm not saying that. I'm simply saying that like other economies, like go look at what's happening in Dubai or the UAE, and how they actually do have like a universal basic income there for everyone, which is based on jobs. So it's like even if like people are less skilled, they will still be like employed. Those pro-natalists did an episode on this, which I will link. You should maybe watch that. But yeah, let's just hold that idea for a second. It is kind of complicated, but I want to start there.